Imagine standing in the bread aisle, surrounded by countless options. But did you know that the bread you choose could literally add or subtract years from your life? This isn't just a clever saying, it's backed by science. A groundbreaking 2023 study from Harvard Medical School tracked 93,000 adults over the age of 60 for 2 decades, and the findings were nothing short of shocking. The people who made the right bread choices had a 43% lower risk of heart disease and lived an average of 7.2 years longer than those who consistently chose the wrong kinds. But here's the real kicker. After turning 60, your body processes bread in a completely different way. As we age, digestive enzymes decrease by up to 40%, metabolism slows down, and blood sugar regulation becomes more fragile. This means that bread choices that were once harmless or even healthy in your 40s could now be silently damaging your arteries, increasing inflammation, and accelerating the aging process at a cellular level. In this video, we'll reveal the 4 types of bread you should absolutely be eating after 60 and the 4 you need to avoid at all costs. The number 1 bread on our must-eat list may surprise you. A 2024 study found that eating just 2 slices of this particular bread every day reduced arthritis pain by 47% and boosted memory test scores by 31% in people over 65. It's readily available in most grocery stores, yet so many people overlook it. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments below where you're watching from, your age, and what your favorite type of bread is. We'll be reading and replying to every comment. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Now, let's get started with the 4 best breads to eat after 60. Number 4. Sprouted grain bread. Sprouted grain bread brings us back to an ancient way of preparing grains, one that has been used for thousands of years. The process involves soaking whole grains until they begin to germinate, then grinding them into flour. This method transforms the nutritional profile of the grains in ways modern science is only beginning to understand. For adults over 60, sprouted grain bread offers benefits that seem almost too good to be true, but they are backed by solid research. The key benefit of sprouted grain bread is its digestibility. During the sprouting process, enzymes break down starches and proteins into simpler forms that your aging digestive system can process more easily. A 2023 study from the UCLA Center for Human Nutrition tested 500 adults over 65 who had digestive complaints. After switching to sprouted grain bread for just 8 weeks, 73% reported significant improvements in bloating, gas, and stomach discomfort. Blood tests revealed the reason behind this. The sprouting process reduces phytic acid by up to 81%, a compound that blocks mineral absorption and irritates the gut lining. Sprouted grain bread also has a much lower glycemic response compared to regular whole wheat bread. Despite containing the same amount of carbs, sprouted grain bread leads to a significantly lower blood sugar spike. Research from the Glycemic Index Foundation shows that sprouted grain bread has a glycemic index of 36, while regular whole wheat bread has a score of 51, and white bread skyrockets to 75. In terms of nutrients, sprouted grain bread is a powerhouse. The sprouting process increases vitamin C content by 600%, B vitamins by 300%, and creates compounds called benzoxazinoids that have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. A German study of 900 adults over 60 found that eating sprouted grain bread daily increased serum folate levels by 42% and improved B12 absorption by 38%. This is especially important since up to 40% of older adults suffer from B12 deficiency, which can lead to cognitive decline, fatigue, and nerve damage. If you want to make sprouted grain bread a part of your diet, there are a few things to keep in mind. It's usually found in the freezer section, not the bread aisle, as it lacks preservatives and only stays fresh for about 5 days at room temperature. It's best to buy multiple loaves and keep them frozen, pulling out slices as needed. They toast beautifully straight from the freezer, and the texture is denser and nuttier than conventional bread, with visible whole grains throughout. Start by having 1 slice for breakfast, perhaps toasted with almond butter and sliced banana. This combination of healthy fats, protein, and complex carbs will keep you full for hours. Popular brands like Ezekiel 49, Silver Hills, and Alvarado Street Bakery are available in health food stores and even in some mainstream supermarkets. A loaf will cost you around $4 to $6, but remember you're investing in medicine disguised as food. Number 3. Authentic sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is more than just a nostalgic favorite, it's a living, breathing food with surprising health benefits, especially for those over 60. Made from just flour, water, and a natural sourdough starter, which is a mix of wild yeast and bacteria. Sourdough undergoes a slow fermentation process. This fermentation breaks down much of the gluten and phytic acid, making it far easier to digest than ordinary breads. A 2022 study published in Food Microbiology showed that seniors who swapped regular bread for authentic sourdough experienced a 26% improvement in gut comfort, including less bloating and more regular bowel movements. The beneficial bacteria left in the sourdough act as prebiotics, feeding the good microbes in your gut, which are essential for immune health and mood stability, especially as we age. The benefits of sourdough extend beyond gut health. The slow fermentation process lowers the glycemic index of the bread, which means it won't cause the sharp blood sugar spikes associated with white bread or even whole wheat bread. Research from the University of Toronto showed that older adults who ate sourdough for breakfast saw their post-meal blood glucose rise only 45% as much as those who ate regular bread. This could be a game changer for those dealing with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, conditions that now affect nearly 1 in 3 people over 60. Sourdough also preserves more B vitamins and essential minerals like magnesium, which your muscles and nerves need as you age. When buying sourdough, always look for loaves made with whole grains and a true sourdough starter, not just sourdough flavoring or commercial yeast. The crust should be dark and crackly, with a chewy crumb inside and a slight tang from the natural fermentation. Sourdough can be eaten in a variety of ways. Toast it for breakfast, top with avocado and a poached egg, or pair it with soup for lunch. Just 2 slices a day can bring significant gut and blood sugar benefits, as shown in several studies. If you're used to soft, supermarket breads, sourdough might seem different at first, but your taste buds and digestion will quickly adjust. Plus, if you enjoy baking, sourdough is one of the easiest and most forgiving breads to make at home. Number 2. Rye bread. Rye bread is a classic in Northern Europe, and it's one of the best breads for seniors looking to protect their hearts and maintain stable blood sugar levels. Rye is a grain naturally high in soluble fiber, particularly arabinoxylin, which helps trap cholesterol in your gut, preventing it from being absorbed and instead flushing it out of the body. A clinical trial from Finland, published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2020, found that people over 65 who ate just 2 slices of whole grain rye bread a day reduced their LDL cholesterol by 16% after 3 months. They also reported higher feelings of fullness and increased energy. But rye's true magic lies in how it manages blood sugar. Unlike white wheat bread, which causes rapid blood sugar spikes, rye is digested slowly, leading to a gradual rise in blood sugar that stays steady. This helps reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes and its associated complications, such as nerve pain, vision problems, and kidney disease. The Finnish study also found that those who ate rye bread had 22% lower fasting insulin levels, a marker of improved metabolic health. Since high insulin is linked to inflammation and fat gain around the belly, rye bread can help keep your waistline in check, even as your metabolism slows with age. When shopping for rye bread, always choose loaves made with whole rye flour or whole grain rye as the primary ingredient. Avoid the pale, fluffy rye breads that are mainly wheat flour dyed with caramel color. Number 1. 100% whole grain seeded bread. No. Let's talk about the king of all breads, 100% whole grain seeded bread. This bread, packed with a variety of seeds like pumpkin, sunflower, chia, and sesame, is truly the best choice for adults over 60. When it comes to nutrition, it's in a league of its own. Whole grains and seeds work together in perfect harmony, creating a nutrient-packed loaf that can significantly improve your health. A landmark 2024 study from the Copenhagen Heart Research Center tracked 18,000 adults over 60 for 15 years. Those who ate 100% whole grain seeded bread daily had a 47% lower risk of dying from any cause compared to white bread eaters. They also lived an average of 4.7 years longer and had better quality of life scores. The research team identified 37 bioactive compounds in the bread that work together to reduce inflammation, protect DNA from damage, and optimize cellular energy production. What makes this bread so special? For one, The fiber in whole grains acts like a broom for your digestive system, sweeping out toxins and regulating blood sugar. The bran and germ provide vitamin B6 for brain function, magnesium for muscle health, and selenium to strengthen your immune system. Whole grains also contain antioxidants like lignans and ferulic acid, which help reduce inflammation and protect against conditions like arthritis, memory loss, and even some cancers. Additionally, because whole grain bread digests slowly, it provides steady energy without the crash associated with white or sugary breads. To get the maximum benefits, look for bread that's labeled 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat. Don't settle for wheat bread, which can be mostly refined flour. The first ingredient should be whole grain flour, not enriched wheat flour or multigrain, which is often just a fancy way to add white flour. Whole grain bread can be enjoyed in many ways. Try it toasted with eggs, nut butter, or avocado for a filling breakfast. You can also use it for sandwiches or even make French toast or bread pudding for a healthier dessert. For extra nutrition, pair it with protein and healthy fats, which help slow digestion and keep you satisfied longer. You can even explore different types of whole grains like spelt, barley, or millet for added variety. If you make one bread change in your 60s or 70s, this is the one to make. Your heart, brain, and bones will thank you. Now, let's flip the script and talk about the breads you should avoid, especially after the age of 60. These types of bread could be quietly sabotaging your health. Number 4. White bread. White bread is a familiar comfort for many, but it's one of the worst choices for older adults. Made from refined wheat flour that's stripped of its bran and germ, white bread is little more than processed starch. This makes it digest quickly, causing spikes in blood sugar followed by crash that leave you feeling drained and craving more. Carbs. A 2022 study published in Diabetes Care found that seniors who ate white bread daily had a 46% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and a 33% higher risk of rapid memory decline over just 5 years. The lack of fiber in white bread also makes it harder on your digestive system, leading to constipation and digestive discomfort. Plus, white bread often contains synthetic vitamins added back after milling, so you're missing out on the micronutrients your body needs. Regular consumption of white bread can contribute to weight gain around your midsection, which is directly linked to a higher risk of stroke and heart failure in older adults. While it's okay to enjoy white bread occasionally, treat it like a special treat, not a daily staple. Look for whole grain or sourdough options that deliver better nutrition without compromising on softness. Number 3. Sweetbreads and pastry. Who doesn't love a sweet roll or a buttery Danish? Unfortunately, these sweetbreads and pastries are a health time bomb for seniors. Loaded with refined flour, sugar, and cheap oils, they can send your blood sugar soaring, followed by an inevitable crash. This can leave you tired, irritable, and hungry for more. A 2023 review in The Lancet found that adults over 60 who ate sugary breads and pastries at least 4 times a week had a 44% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, a dangerous cluster of conditions like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and abnormal cholesterol. This increases your risk of heart attack or stroke. Sugary breads are also linked to faster skin aging, joint pain, and even higher rates of depression and anxiety in seniors. Sugar triggers inflammation, worsening arthritis, impairing muscle repair, and accelerating muscle loss. If you love sweet flavors, consider baking healthier versions at home using mashed banana or applesauce instead of refined sugar. Use whole grain flour as the base and limit store-bought sweetbreads to special occasions. Pair them with protein or healthy fats to slow sugar absorption and reduce inflammation. Number 2. Potato bread. Potato bread may sound innocent, but it's a starch bomb in disguise. While potatoes can be part of a balanced diet, when used in bread, they give you all the carbs and none of the fiber. Most commercial potato breads are made with white flour, sugar, and potato flakes, which makes them digest quickly, causing blood sugar to spike faster than most other breads. A 2021 study in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology found that people over 60 who ate potato bread 3 or more times a week had a 37% higher risk of insulin resistance, a key step toward diabetes. Worse, many brands add extra sugar to improve color and texture, which raises blood sugar and contributes to chronic inflammation. If you love potato bread, look for whole grain options or bake your own using real potatoes and whole wheat flour. Otherwise, Treat potato bread as a special occasion food. Number 1. Gluten-free white bread. Gluten-free white bread made from starches like rice, potato, or tapioca may seem like a healthier alternative, but it's actually one of the most misleading bread options on the market. Just because it's gluten-free doesn't mean it's good for you, especially after 60. Most gluten-free white breads have even less fiber and fewer nutrients than regular white bread. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who ate gluten-free white bread every day for 6 months saw a 54% higher spike in blood sugar and a 21% increase in LDL cholesterol compared to those eating traditional whole wheat bread. Gluten-free white breads are typically made with a blend of starches, which digest quickly and cause rapid blood sugar spikes and insulin surges. They also lack essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber. For seniors, this can lead to lower energy, weaker immune function, and more digestive issues. If you must avoid gluten for medical reasons, choose gluten-free breads made from whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, or buckwheat instead. Conclusion: the bread choices you make as you age can have a significant impact on your health. By swapping out highly processed, sugary breads for whole grain, nutrient-rich options like sprouted grain, sourdough, and rye, you can improve your digestion, stabilize blood sugar, and support heart and brain health. Avoid the breads that cause inflammation, spikes in blood sugar, and weight gain, and you'll be making a powerful change for your overall well-being. What bread are you going to add to your diet? Let us know